Roseville Downtown Development Authority meeting to order. The first item on our agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Ranley, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is roll call. Mr. Moran is here. Supervisor Porcelli?
Here.
Mr. Anderson?
Here.
Ms. Stanko is excused. Ms. Pusak?
Here.
Mr. Ranley?
Here.
Ms. Armiak?
Here.
Ms. Karn is excused. Mr. Jacobson?
Here.
Is there any additions or deletions to the agenda? And if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Ms. Armiak, supported by Supervisor Porcelli to approve the agenda as submitted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Next item is our presentations. Sean, I assume we have none tonight?
Not tonight, no.
So we move on to public comment. Anyone in the public like to make a comment?
Good.
Hearing none, we will move on to our next item, which is the approval of the minutes of the January 22nd, 2026 meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Pusak,
I'll support.
supported by Mr. Jacobson to approve the minutes as submitted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Next item is our financial update, approval of the January 2026 financial update. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at those. They were included in our packet that Sean had sent out. Doesn't look like there were much in the way of anything abnormal.
Nope, just paid off the water wall, so.
The what?
The wall at Lions Park.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Jacobson,
I'll support.
supported by Ms. Cusack, to approve the January 2026 financial report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Next item is our action items, and we don't have one on the agenda, but under discussion, we're going to discuss the 2026-27 budget, and after that discussion, we're going to need to move to approve that. So we'll move on to our discussion item, which is the budget. Sean, would you like to walk us through that?
Yes, so for the 2026-2027 budget, most line items remained unchanged. There was a decrease for grant revenue because we don't have any grants secured, so that's the minus 54,000. Under expense, most things remained unchanged from last year. 5,000 was added to promotional materials just to promote the downtown district at large. There's 15,000 for the grant for the business district improvements. 5,000 of that has been committed to the Osprey, so there's 10,000 left to kind of give out this fiscal year. Beyond that, the remainder of the funding was put into capital improvements. That's 105,000 in there.
We're looking at the third line, if anybody
Thank you.
needs
Yes. So
direction. It's the third line on the budget report.
yeah. So the first line is what was budgeted for 26. What was spent in 26 is second, and then third is what's proposed for this budget. So yeah, I'm open if anyone has any questions. Oh, and then event sponsorship program that was decreased. So Chad and Wendy are being paid out of as employees now, so they won't be paid out of that line item. But that 5,000 would be like if, say, a business is having an event, there's 5,000 in grant funding available for that.
So just to reiterate what Sean had said is our line item that reads capital improvements, that's for anything that we decide we want to do. If we want to make some additional improvements to Lions Park, landscaping, or anything like that, or anything else that we decide to do along the street, it's all captured in that one line item, and that will be determined as we move along in our fiscal year.
The decrease in street lighting, so we spent 15,000 last year, and there's 16,000 in the budget, okay. So that's the same as last, is that utilities?
That's the money we pay for, to DTE, yeah. And also for the, Christmas lights.
Got it.
And then the other thing to explain is under professional services, it says 0. That's just to keep the budget balanced. But so that's really about $19,950, and that's a combination of money we're going to pay for lighting the Grozeal sign that was approved last year, and then also miscellaneous. So that's the remaining payment for the DDA TIF plan, and then an estimated amount to install concrete to install the benches at Lions Park.
And did you find those benches, Sean?
Yes, so they are at the rec center.
Okay.
Sean, in the revenue, the prior year resources, was that a grant we had in there as a budget, the 105 that we were hoping for? Yeah.
So I'm not exactly sure what that funding was, but I did talk to Teresa, and she said to remove that because that includes property that we own, so it's not necessarily cash flow that we have access to. It includes any, what's the exact word? All the assets, so that's not,
Not revenue, it's
Yeah.
just a
Value.
as far as
Yeah.
cash flow,
balance
there's
sheet item, yeah.
a lot less than that, so.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions, comments?
Mr. Chair, I've got just a comment. Do you want me to do it after you
Sure.
vote
No.
or before?
Go ahead.
Okay now? Okay. I just wanted to say, Sean did a great job when we had our budget hearing. I'm not, this isn't any reflection of some of the other past directors, but we did get new software, and I'm going to tell you, I needed a scorecard to tell the players here, because it's different. Even the line items look different, and when you're used to looking at budgets from Grozeal Township that have been printed out for, I'll bet you the last 25 years, they've been the same. It's tough. It was very tough to follow things. He did an excellent job. I mean, he came prepared. Not that I was stunned, but you're brand new. I didn't expect this. I really didn't. I didn't expect that you would have had, because I was having trouble still, following the different line items, and they were flipped on. It was hard to explain, but the way that ClearGov does gives their charts, gives their how they print it out, it's just different. And I was very impressed, and I just want to say thank you, because I sure couldn't explain it to you. Teresa, we changed a few things around. All they are is clerical changes. They're not like errors. They're not. It's just in a different spot. We need to put this there and this there, and really it's the new ClearGov system and why things are the way they are. But thank you. That's all I want to say. I'm looking for some big things in the future here, and I know that I know he's got the numbers under control. I can tell you that.
Mhm.
So anyway, thank you, and I just want to make that comment before we.
Thank you. Is there any other questions? And Sean and I have on, 2 or 3 occasions had some telephone conversations about the budget. So he and I went over it a few times in the last 2 weeks, I think, so.
Just one final, last one, the miscellaneous cement for benches, TIF plan, the 17,000, that's am I looking at that right? Yeah, so that's separate than CapEx?
Yes, we bought the benches last year, but they haven't been installed, so we gotta pour the concrete slabs to install those on, and then the DDA TIF plan is to OHM, our consultants.
Got it. Thank you.
If there's no other comments or questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the 2026-27 budget.
I'll motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Ranley,
Support?
support by Ms. Armiak. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries. Next item is the DDA TIF plan, the open house and grant update. Sean?
Yes. So last night we had the DDA TIF plan open house. There was probably about 15 attendees there, including DDA board members, and then Margaret from the Board of Trustees. So overall, a pretty good turnout. We're meeting with, Ron and I are meeting with OHM next week, and they're going to summarize kind of the feedback we received from the outreach, from the public that we heard. And then as far as the grant update, so the MISTA grant that initially was thought to be covering the DDA TIF plan is actually already committed for the master plan. So that $50,000, if there was extra money, it could have gone to the DDA TIF plan, but because there's no extra, that will be going to the master plan. So we're paying for the DDA TIF plan out of the DDA budget. Currently, we have about $31,000 already paid and about $37,000 left to pay, and that's why, just for next year, that was in the budget.
Anything else, Sean?
That's all I have.
I would like to thank Mr. Jacobson, Ms. Pusak, and Ms. Armiak for attending the open house last night. As Sean had indicated, we had 12 or 15 people, and I thought OHM did a good job of presenting the information. They kind of gave an overview of what a DDA is, because I know a lot of people don't understand what a DDA is and how the money is collected and where it needs to be spent and how it needs to be spent. So I thought they did a good job of giving an overview of that. And we got some feedback from the people that were there. And as Sean mentioned, we're going to get a summary of that, and we'll share that information when we get it. So, if there's nothing else on that, the Macomb Street zoning update?
So similar to the DDA TIF plan, since the grant is not going to be covering that, Ron and I met with OHM, and we're going to hold off on the zoning update now because that would have to be paid out of the DDA budget. I will look for grant funding to see if that's something we can do in the future.
Any questions on that? If not, we'll move on to the next item, which is our DDA Director's Report. Anything else, Sean?
I just want to talk quickly about the farmers market this year. A couple things actually. Farmers market and then Island Nights. So the farmers market proposed right now would be running from every Saturday starting May 16th and ending September 26th. I met with a few vendors from the market, as well as Michelle, who kind of managed the market last year, to get their feedback on things. So there's a few ideas about that. We're looking to possibly change the name, and I guess I wanted to talk to the board about that. So currently it's the Farmers Market on Macomb, but changing it to the Grosville Farmers Market on Macomb to sort of get better, I guess, advertising out there in its surrounding communities. So if you live in Wyandotte, you might not know where Macomb Street is, but you probably know where Grosville is. So to get better, bring people on the island and kind of better advertising. That's one thing we talked about. And then also possibly the DDA tabling at the event as the director kind of being there to sort of try to integrate the district more into the farmers market. So planning out like a list of businesses in the district. So if people are coming from off island, like, hey, you're here at the market, but also there's these restaurants, these shops that you can also visit on the island. So I'm planning on finalizing the application and getting that out next week or the following week. And then beyond that, we also met with the subcommittee for the events last week, and we have the Island Nights planned out. So it's going to be the third Friday in June, July, and August. June 19th, that's just Summer Island Nights is the theme. July 17th is Red, White, and You. And then August 21st is going to be Dog Days of Summer. And I'll just say thank you to the events planning committee because Susie, Marie, April, you guys do a great job. So thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Ranley?
Mr. Ranley?
Yes.
Mr. Ranley?
Mr. Ranley?
Mr. Ranley?
Mr. Ranley?
And that's all I have.
Any questions for Sean?
And then just wanted to hear any feedback on the name change, if you guys are in favor or not.
Feedback on what?
The name change of the farmer's market, just adding Groziel to the name.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Okay.
Branding, are you gonna do a different?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic for branding for us, that just helps, kinda keeps in line with what we're trying to do anyways.
Okay, awesome.
Would
No
it be-
objections.
No objections?
Are you
Okay.
gonna do different graphics for it then as well to incorporate that? Okay,
Yeah, so I talked to Elizabeth briefly about it, and kind of have her work on something with that.
perfect.
Quick question.
Yes.
I know that Ross and I, we talked about a Groziel, like a logo tablecloth. Do you know if we have one? I don't know if we moved forward with that.
I can check and see if we do. Yeah.
If not, I know the person who gave him the specs and everything for it. We'll see if if you don't, we can still see if we have it, because that would give you a professional look.
Okay, yeah, I'll check and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
Anything else? Hearing none, we'll move on to our next item, which is the chairman's report. I have nothing to report tonight, so we'll move on to public comment again. Any comment? If not, I'll open it up. Is there any open business? Any board members have any open business?
I just want to say that Sean has really integrated himself into the community. Stopped, and if the business isn't open, I mean, I heard from the gal that cuts my hair. I wasn't here, but he left his card in the drawer. So I just, congratulations, and we really welcome you here.
Thank you,
for
I
your
appreciate it.
participation. And the subcommittee meetings have been really
Been really productive.
productive, and we have a good time, but we're moving along.
Yeah, yeah. Inspired.
Anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn?
Motion by Mr. Ranley,
Support.
supported by Ms. Armiak to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries.